everyone, Hunter Holston with Recon Power Bikes. Today I'm going to show you how to do a controller replacement, or how to get to your controller and swap everything out around. So you would do this in the event of your controller's fried or something like a wire's frayed, you just need to replace your controller. So we're going to go ahead and hop right in here on the Commando. Start by taking your battery out. Alrighty, and for just the speedy length of this video, I've gone ahead and removed 3 out of the 4 little bolts. These ones right here. Okay, and they're located right here on the inside on this plastic battery case. Okay, and I just left one in. That way you guys don't have to watch me take 4 screws out. Okay, now once that's out, you're gonna go ahead and pull your battery case out. Watch your rubber grommet here. Sometimes it helps just to pull this out. This is for your battery charging port cover, prevent moisture and water from getting in. So just go ahead and start up on the higher side. Just pull up like so. Same thing on this end then after. Get it up and loose. And just slide it up and out. Okay? Now from here, just be careful. Don't be, yoinking, too hard. You don't want to be busting any wires or anything, or hands, fingers. Go ahead and just disconnect your power cable. Set that to the side. And then inside here, you'll just see a big mass of wires. Go ahead and just pull here, and pull the whole controller out. All right? Now from here, I'm just gonna go ahead and disconnect everything for you so you can see what we're working with. And I'll explain cables here as well, and what each one does. Okay, so this is your controller, okay? It's a 48 volt, 22 amp. Basically what you want to do here when you're looking at it, or if you're going to replace it, when you're kind of going over wires, you've got what's called your phase cable connector that goes to your motor. So this whole harness here where your motor plugs in, this is what's called your motor hall cable. It's important to note when you're rehooking this back up, with anything with pins or anything of that nature, just be careful while you're hooking them up. But this is what's going to cause your display to communicate with your controller, and then for your controller to communicate with your motor. So go ahead and plug that in, okay? Then this is what's going to power your motor as well. It's going to what also has your controller talking as well. This is part of your motor hall cable connection. Put that one in there as well. You've got your speed magnet sensor. So underneath the bike, there's a little black sensor. This wire that runs right here, and it's butted up against, there's a magnet here as well. So as you pedal the bike, this magnet here spins across this sensor, and that's what's sensing to kick in that pedal assist. So when you're hooking that back up, it's pretty self-explanatory. You've got a green, red, and black wire. You're gonna hook it up to the green, red, and black wire, just like so. You've got your display cable here. Note that the display cable and the phase cable are kind of similar. This one, the display cable is a 5-pin, whereas the phase cable connector is a 6-pin. So you can't really mess it up, as well as it's a female end coming off of the controller, and you have a male end for your display cable. Whereas on the phase cable, it's a female end coming off the bike and a male end coming off the controller. So you can't really mess it up. So go ahead and just plug that in there. This is your red, black, and blue wire. This is your thumb throttle cable. That one is actually this one's, can be sometimes a little tricky because it is a different color. It's gonna plug into your red, black, and white wire that's coming off of the controller. Okay, so go ahead and plug that in. Next, we're gonna do our brake sensor cables. You'll see on the controller, there'll be 2 black and gray, or a little black and white wires coming off the controller. The black and blue brake sensor cables are gonna plug into those. It does not matter which one you plug it into. Alrighty, and the last but not least will be our light cable. It's kind of important, you like to have a light. You plug that into any one of these red and more of a darker red wires. Doesn't matter, there's just an extra one in case one goes bad. Go ahead and plug that one in. You'll see a purple wire here as well. Make sure that this is disconnected. If you'll have this connected, it's part of your speed sensor for like the actual speed on the bike. If this is connected, you won't read speed, it won't read your odometer, it won't read your trip. And well, you'd like to know how fast you're going, I would imagine. So go ahead and disconnect that if that is connected. So go ahead and just tuck that back there. Hook our power cable back up, just like so. And once that's in place, you'll see there's almost like a cutout just exactly for this controller along the top. That's actually how you want to feed it back in. So just go ahead and insert it just like so. Tuck those wires underneath. Make sure stuff's not getting pinched. Just take your time. Don't force it too hard that you pinch a cable and wear the insulation down off of it. Okay. Funnel everything back in there. Put that back in place. Put that back in place. I'm gonna put a screw back in. Just so you guys can see, I'm gonna power this bike on, show that everything's up and working. And just like that. Sometimes you'll see when you turn your display on, it'll briefly show an error code 10. That's okay, it's just your display's turning on and it's sensing for that controller, so it takes a second. If it can't sense that controller, it's gonna throw an error code 10 off. So while it's sensing, it'll throw an error code 10 until it finds it. That's all. Thanks.